And you are in the weeds. You are feeling like it's tough to get out of bed in the morning. It's tough to remember why you were doing all the things you were doing, even though you've had a great deal of success in your life. Perhaps you own your own business. Perhaps you've ridden up that corporate ladder and you're in a high level exec job somewhere. Maybe you have figured out a way in your family that you don't have to work so that you can be home. And still, there's something that feels off kilter, right? So, whatever form of success you bring to your life, all of a sudden things are feeling a little murky. And like the weeds are up to here and your eyeballs are covered and you're not quite sure what you're doing. You might be dealing with things that feel like midlife crisis, which is super fun. You might feel like you're trying to take care of numerous places of your life, perhaps family, a job, parents that are aging, right? You might be running into hormonal issues. There's all sorts of things that are showing up, and it might be feeling like it's dragging you down. And if that's you, then hi, it's nice to meet you. My name is Jen, the founder and owner of Laughing Lotus Wellness. I'm a purpose coach and expert. And what I do is work with midlife women who are in those spaces where they feel unmoored. You're kind of feeling like you've lost your way and you know that something needs to change, but there are so many things stacked upon you that you're not even sure where to start. And what I do is help you get clarity. Where are you? Where you're going? How can I support you? How are we going to get you moving in a new lane, right? You have so much life to live and so much left to give. And sometimes through all the weeds, we can get covered up and kind of forget where we're going. And so that's really what I help women do is figure out where to kind of be and reconnect with that path in whatever that looks like to you. Success to some of us looks like more money. Success to some of us looks like more time and freedom and liberation. Success might look like family time, right? Freedom to travel, virtual work. It looks like a million things. And so you're in a state of reawakening. You could use some direction of some kind and you're just not sure yet where to go. So that's what I do. And so I want to speak to you today. We're going to talk about honoring yourself in just a minute. So if you're new here, then I just want to introduce myself a little bit more fully for just a second. So I introduced myself. My name is Jen, but what I want you to know about my background is that I have over 20 years of psychotherapy experience providing psychotherapy to people in a traditional practice. Some of that day treatment, some of that community mental health, and then much of that in actual private practice. I own 3 businesses. I love entrepreneurship. I have a passion for it. And what I've done is taken that foundation and I've built on it by adding healing certifications, things like meditation, yoga, meditation's my specialty, Reiki, emotion codes. There's all kinds of things that I love bringing and tying in together so that the women I'm working with are gaining real clarity and finding their power again. That they leave me knowing once again that they are full of strength and power, that they are going to harness whoever they are, those unique talents and gifts really honed in on their compass for their purpose and feeling like they have a different relationship with midlife. Because let's face it, the only one we have, hi, Holly, the only one we've got is midlife crisis, which is really shit. So we're going to reinvent that and revolutionize it. And that is one of my passions and missions to do here. So today we're going to talk about honor. So for those of you that have been following me long enough, you know that each month I pick a theme. I'm a little behind. I've had some family crisis going on. I have a dad who's in a hospice. We've been dealing with a lot of things behind the scenes. So I'm a little behind the game, but I wanted to come back around to this because it really hit me this month that this is actually a super powerful idea. So let me lay it out for you. Most of us, and give me a shout out if you've done this, have a gratitude practice of some kind. Maybe you don't do it every single day, but at least in the month of, November, you are clearly aware that this is the month in the United States of Thanksgiving and gratitude. It's great. I see a lot of people host challenges for gratitude. I love that because gratitude is such a high energy vibration, meaning we show up in the world like big, bright, shining stars, correct? That is one of the great ways to manifest abundance, which I talked about last month with my group, which was really powerful. So gratitude is a money maker. And I don't mean actual traditional wealth. And it could be, but it's also just, it really clearly places us in a better energetic space to grow and develop the things that we want, and also to have a deeper connection to all the things that are around us. Correct? Great. Here's what we've missed. This is midlife talking. We have missed that we don't honor ourselves. I realize that if I asked all of you to go out today and give some gratitude to 10 people, you could do it in literally 5 minutes. without a problem. If I said to you, hey, you know what I want you to, I'm going to challenge you to go out. I want you to go send something short and sweet, a text to 5 people you care about and tell them what you're grateful for. Bam, 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 done, done, done. Right? Easy peasy. Okay. If I said to you, do you honor yourself? Could you send yourself a gratitude text? What would you do? Do you hear the crickets? Right? So instead of doing the traditional gratitude challenge, which is phenomenal, I'm not dissing that. I think there's a great space for that as well. For many women, we don't know how to honor our stories ourselves and our journeys in the first place. We are told that to honor yourself is arrogant, bitchy, egotistical, self-centered, selfish. We're given all sorts of conditioned messages about that it's bad to love yourself, to step into a space of really honoring where you've been. And I don't believe that for 1 minute. I'm going to be honest with you when I say that literally I can't think of 2 women, I'm not exaggerating, that I know that would mean anything that we're doing in our work in this month in an arrogant way. Most of them quickly dole out beautiful kindness to other people. Super easy, right? And again, this week when we did my membership and we were in community and we were talking about this was a really big takeaway was, I don't much honor my own story. I don't much honor my own self. Do you have a self-gratitude practice? So the way that I defined honor this month was this: holding space for ourselves by noticing and creating our story with recognition and gratitude. So many of us land in midlife and we have some time behind us, right? We're starting to really glean that miraculous thing called wisdom and insight via so much experience and life happenings, right? And so what we are actually in a really beautiful state to do is look back. And it isn't spending all of our time in the past, right? So that's not what I'm encouraging, but it's looking backward and saying, where in my life did I really shine? Where in my life was I resilient or brave? Right? So when when my members leaned in this month and they were like, Jen, we're stuck. I was like, okay. So I want you to think like this. If you start looking at the spaces where you're conditioned, the places where you took all sorts of information in about who you are, who you're supposed to be, culture, parents, teachers, doesn't matter, right? And then some of it, of course, on us. If you look at that and you had a message, a way that you were supposed to be, and instead of living in that supposed to be space, you break out and you move into behavior that's in opposition to those old stories, that is where you shine. That's just one space. So I really want to invite you into a different mindset for the month of November. And like I said, I know this really trips us up. This is not about ego. It's not about arrogance. It is not about any of that. Instead, it is really truly about showing up to honor your own journey and how you got to where you are today. Because whether you're feeling like $1,000,000 today or not, you have a whole series of things that you have lived through that have molded you. And essentially, I want you to imagine like an artist creating a sculpture and they're literally carving you out, right? This is what we do. We get carved out in our experience. So as you've been carved out, some of it feeling beautiful and some of it feeling wretched, that's the humanity of it, correct? So I want you to start looking at where you shine. Why is this so important? Because the minute that you make a relationship with yourself of honoring who you are and how you show up, the more you freely have space for gratitude and service and giving in your legacy. So this is one of those pivotal pieces. It's a pivotal journey and tactic of showing up in your life in a whole different way. Let me say it this way. If I show up and love myself first, you don't have to. I don't require you to show up and adore me, teach me, make me feel whole. I don't need that anymore. So I show up in all of my places, all of my roles, and all of my lanes of my life completely whole and ready to roll. Do you feel that? That's a very different space So I want to take you and I want to move you out of one lane. I know it. I know this sounds really uncomfortable for some people. And I know my members this week were like, ooh, because it's like really putting something right up against so much of that conditioning about being nice and soft and quiet and I'm like, oh hell no, we're gonna put our queens, like, our tiaras on. We want to we want to re-establish a connection with ourselves and honor ourselves in the journey that we're in for all of its glory. And so I literally love, love, love this notion of scooching us out of the traditional. And I love traditional. There's a great space for that. This is novel. We grow the most in novelty. Doing the same old is good. It's good. And when we get a habit, I love that. And also, we also need to do new practices. We need to expand and stretch ourselves in new and different ways. This is one really brilliant way that we can do this. So, hey, Deb, hey, Sarah, how are you guys? Deb said, I try to live life with gratitude. It's a gateway to joy. It is. And Deb, I want you to do it for yourself. I know you don't have a problem with this. Oh my gosh. Oh, Joe, I love you. I think I'm suffering from extreme overmotivation. Do you have a video for that? Joe, that's not the subject for today, but I'll keep you in mind. But thank you for making me smile. I really appreciate it. So I want you to think about how you love yourself. We talk a lot about this in our culture, right? Self-love, self-compassion, they become sort of catchphrases, and I get that. And so many of us have done little bits of work, but I'm not sure you've ever done like a month of honoring yourself in your own story. So what I would propose, and I'm doing this in my membership with my ladies right now, they're supposed to be, some of them are rocking it in my house. I'm super proud of them, talking each day about how they honor themselves, how they're being brave, how they're being strong, where they're recognizing the pieces and connectors of their story that have carved them into the absolute beautiful piece of art that they are. We need that. And so I invite you to do that too. So I have an offer, and I have never made this before, literally, and I don't BS people, by the way, just in case you're new to me. I don't yank chains and like have little games around my marketing or things that I offer. I am, because I'm so passionate about this subject this month, like it's fire. I taught a class to my membership and it ended up being 2 hours on Monday, Tuesday, Monday, and the days of the week. This week has been a little muddled. I'm going to be honest. I'm in a little bit of the weeds. And so I am going to offer that if you would like to join the membership this month, if you hear this video and you sign up and tell me, hey, Jen, I heard that video that you were teaching where you were talking about honoring yourself, I am going to give you that class for free if you join the membership, because I would want you to have that 2-hour class that was fire, where you're listening to these women process exactly what I'm talking about today with more depth, with prompts. They're talking to each other. I'm sharing and kind of guiding you through it. I would love to gift that to you because that's how excited and powerfully I feel about this content. I seriously believe that every single woman needs it. Take it for what it's worth. But I'm willing to give that to you. So if you reach out to me and you're like, Jen, I want to join the membership, I'll send you the link and I'm going to give you that. I'm going to gift you that class. And I normally don't do that. You sign up when you sign up. So you get what you get normally in the membership. Like you just start where we are. This month, because I've been behind and I've had all of these crazy personal things going on, I'm like, you know what? This content is one of my very favorites I've probably ever created. I'm just saying, I'm hella fired up about it. I want you to be hella fired up about it. And I also want to give you the opportunity to join us and start this path. So if you're interested in joining the membership, reach out to me, let me know. Otherwise, you can go right to my website, which is laughinglotuswellness.com/membership. Again, laughinglotuswellness.com/membership, and go check it out right there. But make sure you reach out to me and say, I would like in, and I'm going to send you that video. And I don't normally do that. So that's kind of getting like a bonus that I wouldn't normally give. This is a month of gratitude, and I have intense gratitude for the people who are here listening to me, who follow me, who support me, who see where I shine, sometimes helping me remember when I've forgotten. That is the power of community. It is exactly why I host membership, because we need people to do this for us. This week, my joy was sitting with my membership and listening to each of those women highlight something that they shine in and actually reflecting something a little bit differently back to them, each one of them. So they were nailing it. And then I said, oh, but I wonder about this, because I really see this in you as well that directly connects to what you're talking about. And they went, oh, yes, that's what I'm talking about, because I can see something different. Each of us has objectivity with one another in a totally different way. right? That creates deeper connection and self-awareness. This is where community and things like a membership are so important. So listen, I invite you to join me. I invite you to join my incredible women. I got to go in there and get in the group and give them like a love and talking to about where I want to hear the shining. I want to hear the good stuff you've all got going on. So I'm going to go in there and give them a gentle coach nudge, nugs. Or that. I give both. So if you're interested, I really invite you to take me up on that offer. This morning, as I was getting ready, I'm like, everybody needs that video. I mean, everybody needs that video. So if you're interested, please let me know. I'm happy to connect you. I would love to have you join our community of powerful women, working in their purpose, working in midlife, getting into the thick of all of this and finding new ways and novel ways to join together and to really continue moving forward in their compass and their purpose. Someone said, love this color on you. Caught my attention. Thank you. Namaste. I really appreciate that. I'm going to give my shout out to my boutique Reverie, who is always clothing me. I go on there on a regular basis. They love it when they see me coming. They're like, oh, here she comes. She going to buy something red. Just saying, they know I'm coming. So thank you so much, whoever you are. That was really sweet. You just show up as Facebook user, so I don't know who you are, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. So listen, I just want to toss it out there. I want you to sit with honor. I'm going to read it one more time. So honor stands for holding space for ourselves by noticing and creating our story with recognition and gratitude. I want you to be willing to share with me where you've shined in your life. So go back. Where have you kind of bumped into some of that conditioning and some of those old stories and you pushed through anyway, you changed, you shifted, you did a new behavior and you fought against that stream, right? Where have you done that? Where you stood up with power and strength that only you have to stand in the real authentic you. I want you to honor that this month. So every single day, if I had my way, I would encourage you every single day, even if it's at the end of the day, to sit down and say, where did I act with complete strength and grace today? Where did I do that? Right? Yesterday was a very tough day in our family. My dad was put in a facility and he's on hospice. And I'm not saying all of this to garner a whole bunch of, right? I want to say yesterday was really, really hard. And yet I was productive. I was very distracted emotionally. And I'm going to say this, I have given myself a lot of space. I have both balanced business and work and taking time for sanity and relaxation and downtime. And yesterday was a tough one, and yet I was productive. For me, that was a beautiful thing. Yesterday, that's where I shone. I didn't just shut down. I knew it was going to be a shit sandwich. I just kept doing task list, focus, because there was nothing that I could do about yesterday. Yesterday evening, off the chain, right? Took the time off, took the time down, spent time with my family here at home, watched TV, settled in. So I want you to do things like that. Where did you push up against the grain of a story, right? Where did you do something powerfully graceful and full of strength and something that's only uniquely you? Where did you do that? So pop that in the comments for me. Thank you, Annette. I love you. Thank you so much. I want you to pop that in the comment for me. And if you're interested, let me know about the membership. I would love to have you in. I'd love to gift you that free class because it's money, it's fire. This week I'm on fire. And so I want you to be able to have that class as a part of just a welcoming you into the membership if you'd like to join. So until next time, my friends, blessings, love, and light. This is Jen signing off. Supporting you. Do you like how I was like, what was I doing? Supporting on your path to purpose. Of course, helping you rise. But in midlife as well. Love supporting women. It is my mission to help you revolutionize midlife. So I will see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.